Good morning. It's 9:30. It is the 5th of November on a Sunday. Oh, I should give a word count update because it's been a few days since the last check-in. I didn't get any writing done on Friday because I just didn't. I sat in front of my computer with my manuscript open, and that was it. Like, that was the writing I did that day. So that was helpful. But I did yesterday, Saturday, I went to a cafe for like a meetup of other NaNoWriters. And it was more stressful than I thought it was going to be. But I was like really focused on what was going on around me and where people were. And I wasn't able to really just sit back and enjoy a coffee and write and just have that time because I was too busy trying to think about meeting up with other people. My word count for now for NaNoWriMo as a whole is 6,171 words. I should be at like 7,000 something now. I don't have the Nano page up to show me, but so I'm not too far behind. Like 1,000 words is fairly easy to make up. I did a little bit of writing this morning. That's not counting what I wrote this morning. I woke up kind of early and I thought that like sleepy brain would really help because sleepy brain isn't focused as much on everything else. It's too tired to think too hard. So I thought that maybe just sitting down and writing with sleepy brain would really help. But it didn't. I was still really upset with what I was writing. And I think that there's a lot of reasons why. First of all, as I mentioned before, I'm always really hard on myself in what I'm writing. So there's always going to be that element to it. But this is more than that because I can't visualize things. So I know that some writers can like see their characters like they're watching a movie or like they're watching a TV show or like seeing a picture. Maybe it's not moving, but you can recall like an image of what things look like. And I don't have that. I can't see images in my head, and it means that writing is always really different for me. And one of the things that I wanted to do with this book was to paint a book the way that I read and the way that I write, because when I read I don't see images either. I hear the words. So I wanted the focus to be on emotion. I wanted the focus to be on what things feel like and descriptions of that rather than descriptions of visual. However, there's still a lot of visual in the world and you can't do that 100%. You need to have some level of visual. And I'm at a point right now where I need a lot more of that. And I'm really struggling with it because my brain just can't recall an image. So this morning I was complaining to my husband about this whole thing. And I think that the thing we decided, and I say we, it was him, but I'm going to pretend that I also had this idea because I'm the writer. But I think that the best thing to do is to do writing exercises this morning. It's because I get really caught up in the book, right? Because especially because it's a mystery, so there's a lot of moving parts. I've got a complicated main character. I have these other characters I have to balance. I have the mystery itself. You have red herrings. You have the actual information. You have to bury the lead. All of these different things going on. And it means that I'm so caught up thinking about every single of those things that I'm not thinking as much about what I want to say about a particular topic or about a particular emotion or about a particular image. So I think that what I'm going to do this morning is I'm going to do some writing, but it's not going to be actually in the novel. It's going to be about the novel, if that makes sense. I think there's 2 exercises that I want to do. So I'm going to do a short writing exercise about a reflective of me as a person, reflecting on research and why I love it and all of that kind of stuff. And then I'm also going to do one where I have an image pulled up, but not focusing it on the character describing things, but rather as, again, just me looking at an image describing it. That at least is practice of doing this kind of stuff. And if anything is really useful in it, I can always copy and paste it over to the manuscript. But if not, that's also fine. It's practice, and maybe I can do it a couple more times and then slowly incorporate my narrator's voice into the description, and then that becomes what I put into it. Because this is writing for my book, I am going to count the words I'm going to write during these exercises for NaNoWriMo, especially because they may end up in the book, they might not, but it's writing for the book. So I'm going to count it. This was just a quick check-in, but also as a way to explain how I'm kind of fudging NaNoWriMo a tiny bit. But I think it's still within the realms of the rules. So I'll take it. Anyway, let's do that. I am out of tea, so I'm going to put away all the recording stuff. I'm going to make myself a chai latte, and I'm going to sit at my desk, and I'm going to do those writing exercises. Morning, everyone. It is November 6th, morning of the 6th day of NaNoWriMo. Last week did not get off to a good start. The beginning of this section of the week did not get off to a good start. I'm not too far behind. The exercises yesterday really helped. There were a part of what I wrote that I then rewrote into a new tone to fit my narrator that I threw into the manuscript. So that actually ended up helping my word count for both things, for both NaNoWriMo and for the manuscript as an actual thing. I have mostly just been struggling with my mental energy and stuff like that. I struggle with anxiety and depression, not to get too personal, but I have what I like to call my puddle days, which is when I have a couple of days where I just want to be a human puddle on the ground, and that's all I want, which is mostly when my mental health is acting up, and I've been kind of on the verge of that for a couple of days, but I've developed enough tools and stuff to try to keep myself out of it. So today I decided I'm going to actually lean into some of these tools that I have not been doing and try to get my energy up and myself back into a position where I feel a little bit better. And so I normally go on a walk every morning. So I forced myself this morning to go on my walk, and I'm really, really glad I did. I've put on makeup. I got dressed in a cute outfit. I'm feeling really good about myself so far. And I decided to carry that forward, and we're going to go to a cafe to work today because cafes make me happy. And it's also a change of scenery. I think sometimes being stuck in the house all day, every week, can really drain on me. And so I want to go out to a cafe to do some writing. So we're going to shift our mindsets, hopefully, and we're going to have fun and we're going to enjoy ourselves. So we're going to go and get a really nice sugary drink because I do like some sugar. Maybe I'll also get a little bite to eat you know, because I do like me some sugar. And I'm just going to enjoy myself, and I'm going to write, and I'm going to be there for however long I need to be there. I'm going to do whatever I need to be doing, and I'm going to enjoy myself. I'm going to feel good about myself, and that's what we're doing today. Ooh, all right. Ooh, that is sun right in my eyes. Okay. I don't have my microphone hooked up, so hopefully the sound is not, like, horrendous. It is the 7th of November on the screen. And it is currently 10:30 in the morning. I had to do a bit of work this morning, because this afternoon, in about 2 hours, I have to be on a call to Durham University because I'm giving a talk about my cosplay research there to a department. And so I'm gonna have to get ready at that point. I'm worried I'm gonna be like too exhausted after all of that to do any writing. So I'm gonna try to shove in a load of writing in the next 2 hours before I have to get ready for my talk. So let's do this. Let's go. morning. It's Thursday. I finished my morning writing session. And so this is our little end of week wrap up before I turn everything off and go and edit this video and get it ready for it to come out tomorrow. So I got my daily word counts, which I will put up on the screen. And so I think I did fairly decently. Obviously, I had quite a few huge differences. Saturday, I managed to do quite a few, which is actually kind of nice. I didn't feel like I was doing that much on Saturday, so I'm glad that I actually did manage to do like almost 3,000 words. I also managed to do quite a few on Monday. Monday was a good day. I think getting out of the house is incredibly useful as far as word counts are concerned. I have tended to do better the days that I had to leave. So I think next week, that's something to definitely be doing a little bit more of, is leaving the house and doing some writing outside of the house. So let's do some totals, shall we? So, for NaNoWriMo, I am currently at 16,516 words written this month in November. So I believe I am pretty on track to finish on time. I'm over par at the moment. I think par is 15K. And yeah, so I'm feeling pretty good about it. Last week I really struggled to write on Friday, so I didn't manage to write any words. I think this week I'm actually going to also take Friday off. I think having a break day is really useful, and I'm hoping that that means that on Saturday I can get quite a lot of writing done. I'm back to feeling cautiously optimistic. I ended last week feeling cautiously optimistic. I then had a bad writing day on Friday. Saturday, I did a lot more than I thought I did on Saturday, but it didn't feel good, that writing on Saturday. And so, I kind of then started kind of going down a bit. I picked myself back up on Monday, ended the week feeling a lot better and a lot stronger. So I'm back to feeling good, and I'm hoping that I can carry that forward. Taking a break day, I think, will help to maintain that, a purposeful break day, so it's not one where I'm trying to write and not succeeding and then therefore feeling bad about myself. I'm thinking that it'll go fairly decently. I've got hope, and I'm really on track. So that's, yeah, so I've passed the 15K mark, which is, that's something to be proud of. I know that a lot of people have been, watched my previous one, and some of you guys are also doing NaNoWriMo. Some of you guys are doing nonfiction, which I'm really happy to hear people doing nonfiction for Nano. If you're not working on nonfiction, that's also really great. Tell me what it is that you're working on and how you're doing and how you're progressing. Having a small little community of catch-ups can be really fun and really nice, and it just makes it all feel like you're not on your own trying to write 50,000 words in a vacuum where no one seems to understand what you're doing. So share what you're doing in the comments. I'd love to hear about y'all's projects. But yeah, that's it from me. I'll be back next week with another Nano video. And I also have this month, there's going to be some new videos on this channel, which I'm calling Scholarly Pages, which is where I am analyzing and explaining academic books and concepts. So if you are new to the channel and you found me through Nano, I hope you enjoy those. But if not, don't worry, there's more Nano and more writing vlogs to come. So I hope you guys are writing well, and as always, be good to each other, and I will see you next week. Bye!